Hello everyone, welcome to the yarn bowl. Today in this video we're going to see how to work this beautiful car charm. You can also use this as a bag charm. It's a very simple easy pattern worked with acrylic yarn. And if you are new to this channel, please do not forget to subscribe to the yarn bowl and click on the bell icon as well so that you get notified whenever I post a new video. Also, if you have an Instagram account, do follow me on my Instagram handle as well. I post project updates and fun reels on my Instagram. So in this video we're going to work this cute bell flower car accessory or car charm. So this has a puff flower accent to it. I know that we have already worked a bell flower charm, bag charm in our videos. This time I'm going to show this with a slight variation in a pattern with size 4 acrylic yarn. I know many of us will have size 4 acrylic yarn with us. So this I thought I can make a video with a little variation with size 4 yarn, and this can be used as a car charm or car accessory. So this is gonna look nice, thick, bright with this size 4 yarn. So you can use any color yarn for working your bell flower. So I'm using this pink color yarn for working my bell flower, and you'll need 3.5 millimeter crochet hook, scissor and a stitch marker. Actually you will need 2 stitch markers. For round 1 I'm gonna work a magic ring, and then I'll work 5 single crochets on the magic ring. So this will be our round 1. So round 1 has 5 stitches. So as we do for our videos earlier, when we are working through amigurumi or a flower, bell flower, we don't work slip stitch at the end of our first round. We start our round 2 right away. So we need stitch marker to identify the first stitch of each round. So for round 2 I'm going to work 2 single crochets on each stitch of round 1. So I have worked my 2 single crochets on the first stitch of round 1. Likewise I'm going to work 2 single crochets on each stitch of round 1 around. So this is going to end up with 10 stitches for our round 2. So for round 3 I'm going to work 1 single crochet in one stitch and 2 single crochet on the next stitch around. Before that I'm going to tighten the magic ring and secure it with a knot. So we're going to work our round 3. For round 3 I'm going to work 1 single crochet in one stitch and 2 single crochet on the next stitch around. And don't forget to mark your first stitch with the stitch marker. So you'll end up having 15 stitches at the end of round 3. So continue to work 1 single crochet in one stitch and 2 single crochet on the next stitch around. So you'll have 15 stitches at the end of round 3. Now from round 4 to round 8, for the next 5 rounds we are just going to work 1 single crochet on each stitch around. So we are not going to increment any stitches from round 4 to round 8. I'm going to work 1 single crochet on each stitch around. I'm marking my first stitch with the stitch marker, and I'll proceed working 1 single crochet on each stitch around. So this is the end of round 4. For round 5 I'm just going to work 1 single crochet on each stitch around. I'm just leaving the stitch marker for round 4, and I'll put a new I'll insert a new stitch marker for round 5, just because it will be easier for us to count the number of non-increment rounds. So the purple will be the beginning of round 4, which is starting of our non-increment round. At the end of round 8 you can remove the purple stitch marker and go ahead work 1 single crochet on each stitch around. So going forward we'll just remove this white stitch marker when we start new rounds. So and then we'll remove the purple stitch marker at the end of round 8. So now we are at the end of round 5. I'm going to start my round 6. I'm just removing the white stitch marker to start my round 6 and mark my first stitch of round 6 and proceed working 1 single crochet on each stitch around. So likewise you have to work round 7 and round 8 as well. So in all of this round the stitch count remains the same, which will be 15 stitches. Go ahead, work round 7 and round 8 as well. I'll meet you at the end of round 8. So now we are at the end of round 8. You can go ahead, remove your purple stitch marker and don't cut the center yarn where we have tightened our magic ring. So we are going to attach the cord, green color cord that we are going to work. So don't snip off that yarn yet. So now for finishing round 8, I'm going to insert my hook onto the front loop of this first stitch and then work a slip stitch on it. For the next round, I'm going to work a chain 1 which does not count as a stitch, and then I'll work 1 single crochet on the same stitch. And then I'll grab my front loop of the next stitch and work a single crochet on it. Then on the front loop of the third stitch, I'm going to work 3 double crochet stitches. So this is going to be looking like the petals for our bell flower. And we're going to repeat this around. We'll work 1 single crochet each on the front loop of 2 stitches. And then we'll work 3 double crochet on the front loop of next stitch. Just remember, we are just using our front loop to work the stitches. We are not going to work stitches on both the loops. So this will make our petal stand out, and then work the same pattern around. Work 1 single crochet each on the front loop of 2 stitches and work 3 double crochet stitches on the front loop of next stitch, and repeat this pattern round. So you'll have 5 petals by working this pattern, and we are consuming 3 stitches for one pattern, which is 2 single crochet and then 3 double crochet on the same stitch. So now I have worked my last 3 double crochet stitch. Now I'm going to work a slip stitch on top of my starting single crochet stitch to close this round. You can work a slip stitch, fasten off and weave your ends. You can snip off this yarn bit after you have worked slip stitch and weaved your end. Just don't cut the middle part of the yarn where we have started our magic ring. You can snip off this yarn. So we need one more flower. We're going to follow the pattern and work one more flower for our card charm. So I have already worked one more flower here, and here are our 2 flowers. So next we are going to work the cord, leaf and then the flower. We'll see one by one how to work the cord, leaf and flower. So now we are going to work the leaf. For that I'm going to work 16 chains. Work a slip knot and then work 16 chains. So once you have worked 16 chains, you're going to work 3 single crochet stitches on the second chain from the hook. After that, you're going to work 1 half double crochet stitch on the next chain. and then you're going to work one double crochet stitch on the next chain, and then you're going to work one triple crochet stitch on the next chain, and then you're going to work one double crochet stitch on the next chain. After this, you're going to work one half double crochet stitch on the next chain, and then I think I have worked a double crochet stitch. You're going to work one half double crochet stitch. After this, you're going to work one single crochet stitch on the next chain. After this, you're going to work one slip stitch on the next chain. So you have worked one half of one leaf. Now you're going to repeat this. You're going to work one single crochet on the next chain. We're going to work one half double crochet on the next chain. We're going to work one double crochet on the next chain. We're going to work one triple crochet on the next chain. We're going to work one double crochet on the next chain. We are going to work one half double crochet on the next chain, and then in the last chain we are going to work 3 single crochet stitches, which is going to turn our work to the other side of the chain. When you're working on the other side, make sure you consume the center, the starting yarn bit as well, until the center of the leaf where we have worked our slip stitch. Now we are going to repeat this pattern on the other side of the leaf. We are going to work one half double crochet on the next chain on the opposite direction, and then we are going to work one double crochet on the next chain on the opposite side, and then we are going to work one triple crochet on the next chain on the opposite side, and then we are going to work one double crochet on the next chain on the opposite side, and then we are going to work one half double crochet on the next chain on the opposite side, and then we are going to work one single crochet on the next chain on the opposite side, and then we are going to work one slip stitch on the next chain. Just now leave the center yarn bit and then just work on the chains. We are going to work one single crochet on the next chain. We are going to work one half double crochet on the next chain. We are going to work one double crochet on the next chain. We are going to work one triple crochet on the next chain. And then we are going to work one double crochet on the next chain. One double crochet on the next chain, and then we are going to work one half double crochet on the last chain. Now we are going to work a slip stitch on top of our starting single crochet stitch. Now work one more slip stitch on the next single crochet. We have worked a double leaf. Now work one more slip stitch and leave a long yarn bit and then snip it off. We're going to weave this end till the center part where it comes to the wrong side of the center part, just where the other yarn bit is there, right? So until there we're just going to weave this yarn through the center part, and so that both these yarn bits are on the wrong side of the leaf. So we're going to consume this yarn bits to attach it to the cord. So now we'll see how to work the cord. Leave a long yarn bit and work a slip knot, and then work 86 chains. Go ahead, work 86 chains. Once you have worked 86 chain, work a slip knot. Now insert your crochet hook onto the center of the flower and then pull this green yarn bit into that and then tie up both these yarn bits together. Just make multiple knots and then snip it off. Do the same thing on the other side of the cord with the other flower. So that way you attach two of these flowers to the cord, to both the ends of the cord. So now that the flower is attached, count 12 to 13 chains on each side of the cord. Insert your hook. Just make sure that your chain is not twisted when you're doing this. And then now you have two yarn bits on the wrong side of the leaf that you have worked. Pull up those yarn bits into this part of the chain in the cord and then just weave, or if you have a needle you can weave, or you can use a crochet hook to just go over the leaf and the cord multiple times and then work a knot on the wrong side again and snip it off. So now our leaf, it is attached to the cord. Next is working the puff flower. For that I'm using yellow yarn for the middle part of the flower. So with that yellow yarn I'm going to work a magic ring and then I'm going to work 12 single crochets on the magic ring. So once you have worked your 12 single crochet stitches, tighten your magic ring and then work a slip stitch on top of your starting single crochet stitch to close this round, and then tighten the magic ring and secure it with a knot. You can snip off the center yarn bit if you need, and then now you can change the color of the yarn to white. And then I'm going to work a chain 1 which does not count as a stitch, and then I'm going to work 1 single crochet on the same stitch, and then I'll work a chain 3 and then I'm going to work a puff flower. For puff flower we are going to yarn over, insert your hook onto the stitch, pull up a loop, repeat this 3 times so that you have 7 loops on the hook, and then yarn over, pull through all the loops. That's your puff stitch, and then work a chain 3 and then work 1 single crochet on the next stitch. So we're going to repeat this again. We're going to work a chain 3 and then work a puff stitch, yarn over, insert your hook on the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert your hook on the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert your hook on the stitch, pull up a loop. You have 7 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all the 7 loops, and then work a chain 3 and then work 1 single crochet on the next stitch. Repeat this pattern around. Work a chain 3, work a puff stitch on the next stitch, which will be yarn over, insert your hook on the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert your hook on the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert your hook on the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all the loops, and then work a chain 3 and then work 1 single crochet stitch on the next stitch. We're just going to repeat this pattern around until you have 6 petals. So I'm working my last petal here. After this, I'll work a chain 3 and then work a slip stitch on top of my starting single crochet stitch to close this round, which will be the end of our flower as well. You can snip off the yarn, work slip stitches and weave your ends. Now once you slip off all the yarn bits, what you can do is you can use a hot glue gun or super glue to attach this flower to the center part of the double leaf that we have worked. Make sure you attach the flower on the right side of the leaf. So hot glue works best for this. Now your beautiful card charm is ready. So you can work this as a card charm. You can reduce the number of chains, work it as a keychain. It's totally up to you. Just want to show this little variation of this charm with the size 4 yarn. So many of you will have size 4 yarns with you, and it's a very good stash burster as well. If you have leftover yarns, you can work it up. So this is super simple and easy pattern. You can make them as a keychain. Just reduce the card chain length to make it as a keychain or any other accessory. I hope you enjoy this pattern. I'm making this card charm for Christmas gifts for my co-workers. I hope you enjoy the pattern, and if you have an Instagram account, do follow me on my Instagram handle as well, and don't forget to subscribe to the Yarn Bowl. Thanks for watching. Bye.